Nitecore EDC29 versus Olight Arkfeld Ultra. And the real question is whether the pricier Nitecore actually earns it in your pocket, because 6500 lumens sounds huge until you learn it's a short burst that heats up and steps down fast. The Olight costs less and throws in a UV light and a green beam, though people do complain about its proprietary charging. By the end, you'll know which one fits how you carry. Let's break it down. Start with what you actually get when you point one of these at something in the dark. The Nitecore EDC29 hits 6,500 lumens and throws about 400 meters, which is real reach, enough to light the far end of a lot or the tree line behind a building. That top level holds for around 7 seconds. So think of it as a punch you fire when you need to see something far away right now. Where it actually lives is the steps below. 100, 400, and 1200 lumens, and 1200 already puts a tight, bright beam way downrange. One thing to know though, the beam leans green, and color rendering is a weak point. So if you're reading wire colors or checking fluid on a driveway, that tint gets annoying. The Arkfeld Ultra, in contrast, tops out around 1500 lumens and reaches roughly 100 meters, so distance is not its game. It puts a wide, even wall of light right in front of you, which for engine bays, crawl spaces, and walking a fence line is honestly more useful than raw punch. But brightness only counts if the light holds it, and here the two split hard. The Olight runs that 1500 lumen turbo for about 4 minutes, then settles at 420 lumens for 2 more hours, and 420 lumens is plenty of working light. Owners back that up with people saying they go a week or more of daily use between charges. The Nitecore is the other extreme, because it gets hot fast and the display literally shows you a bar draining while you're on turbo. Its low mode will run over 60 hours, but every full power burst noticeably eats into the battery. Neither one lets you swap a cell either, since both batteries are sealed in, so on a long shift or a multi-day trip you're planning around a charger, not a spare. And all that matters less than how fast you can work, the thing with one hand in the dark. The EDC29 is built for that. You slide the mechanical lock, hit the paddle, and you've got search or full output instantly, plus a half press on the main button for the lowest level. That slide lock is the real win, because it kills accidental pocket activation without the press and hold dance older models made you do. My one beef is the 4 regular brightness levels, since cycling through them with the same button is fiddly when you're in a hurry. The Arkfeld goes simpler, with a rotating selector for white light, UV, or the green beam, and one side button for brightness. It's easy to learn, though it always wakes up on the middle level instead of remembering where you left it, which a few owners find irritating. In the pocket, the Olight is the flatter, lighter carry at about 119 grams, while the Nitecore sits closer to a phone in weight at 160, and you feel that difference by the end of a shift. Weight aside, the bigger question for anyone using these at work is what survives. The Arkfeld is rated IPX7, meaning full submersion, with a glass lens and a hard anodized aluminum body. There's one buyer whose take on the Olight lines up with what I keep seeing. I've carried this every day for about a year, and the coating still doesn't scuff or scratch. The clip takes a snag without bending, and the lens has caught metal sparks and debris without cracking. The Nitecore feels solid in hand, but it's only rated IP54, which is splash and dust, not submersion, and its drop rating is modest for something styled this tactical. There's also one owner in security who says the half press on his switch started failing after a year of hard use. One report isn't a pattern, but on a light you can't open, it's worth sitting with. On extras, the Olight is really 3 tools, with UV that's great for spotting oil leaks or stains, a green beam for pointing things out at distance, and a magnetic tail that sticks it to a truck frame while you work. The catch is charging, since it uses Olight's magnetic puck rather than the USB-C cable you already carry, and it takes over 2 hours, while the Nitecore charges off any USB-C in about 1:15 hours, which brings us to the money. The Nitecore is the pricier one, and that extra goes into raw output, the screen that tells you exactly what mode and runtime you have left, and the dual switch layout for fast access. The Olight costs quite a bit less and spends its money differently, giving you better water protection, lighter carry, longer usable runtime, and 2 tools that aren't flashlights at all. Here's the call. For most people carrying one of these every day, I'd take the Olight Arkfeld Ultra because it survives water, sits flatter in a pocket, and keeps giving you useful light long after the Nitecore has cooked itself down. If your work is spotting things far out in the dark, a security patrol scanning a yard or a tree line, the EDC29 and its reach are worth paying more for. But if you're wrenching in engine bays or crawl spaces, that flood beam, plus the UV and the magnet, makes the Olight the smarter tool. And if you need one light you can dunk, drop, and forget about, the Nitecore's weaker sealing rules it out. And you, which one would you pick? Let me know in the comments! I'll drop both in the description.